What's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins back here with the Aqua Team, CEO of Aqua Team Properties. It's a wholesaling company out in Baltimore, Maryland. That's where we are located. We actually do deals also in North Carolina, and we stumble upon Florida, but we're open all over the country to do real estate wholesale deals. Today is our sales training, and every Thursday we come out here and we really work on our skills so that we can get better at talking to sellers, buyers, title companies, and everyone so that we can, as I said, hone our skills and provide more value. The more value we put out there in the world, the more comes back. We know that universe operates on certain principles, and that's one right there. Some part of my sales team is out here. We got Gail out here and Masner. How you guys doing today? They have to probably unmute themselves. We're doing a little Zoom and all that stuff. Gail, you all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. I think Masner got disconnected.
Oh yeah, he bumped off. So it's me and Gail, the glue. Gail is my office assistant, or our office assistant for Aqua Team Properties, which means she does some of everything, making sure the universe stays together. And she likes to get on these calls because although Gail, you don't really talk to sellers and buyers directly, it's very important that you know these skills. And really, these skills are things that can apply any part of your life when you're negotiating, doing tasks, or communicating with other people. So I'm glad you're on here, Gail. All right. So
Thank you.
what I'm going to do then, I'm just going to share this topic today, and it's always inspired by people out there doing amazing things. And this is inspired by Todd Toback. I know I've mentioned this guy all the time, but this is a guru, amazing sales coach for wholesaling real estate. And if I back up real quick, when I mentioned wholesaling is the art of finding discounted real estate properties. And we know if you are able to do that, then you really control your destiny. You really control your financial freedom, your financial future, because there's so many things you can do in real estate. But today, we're going to talk about going for the review, not the contract, when you talk to buyers and talk to sellers. So for many of us, we get on the call, we're excited, we finally have a seller in front of us. It takes a lot of just courage to be able to pick up the phone, call a stranger, and ask them over and over again, do you want to sell your property? And hear no, 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 over and over again. That sometimes when you actually catch a property, you actually find someone that says maybe, or someone says yes. If you're like me, it's so exciting. You're like, oh yes, please, yeah, please. Let me hold on to this. It's like mice and men. And you just want to hold on to it like George. And sometimes you can hold on too tight and the deal actually explodes. And we've talked about that in different deals or different presentations or conversations where, that deal breath, where if you feel so hungry, oh, I can do this, I can satisfy, I can pay close calls, I can pay cash, I can do whatever you want. People tend to feel a little uneasy sometimes with that type of approach. Same analogy with the chasing the dog, chasing the cat, right? So what Todd Toback said is obviously you don't want to be chasing the deal because we're competent, skilled. We're not a-holes, for lack of better words. We actually want to be friendly, but we want to show that, hey, we're working together. Like, in fact, we're side by side to help figure out what the issue is that you need resolved. And I'm the one who's actually sort of more in the position of, I don't want to say power, but I'm in the position where I can decide whether I'm going to buy your property or not. So we have to remember that. But one thing that Todd said is that instead of going after the close or going after the contract, go after the review. And I thought that was such an interesting technique to add to our conversation today. So what that looks like, what does it mean to go after the review? So it literally means that. It means specifically you can state or ask, hey, Mr. Seller, hey, John, today, I just want to let you know that today we really, we get a lot of our business from referrals, from references, and regardless if we decide to do business at the end of our time together, would love if we could count on you for a review. Is that something we can count on you for? And then, so it's as simple as that. Now, where would that go in our conversation? And to be quite honest, I'm still playing around with it. I would love Gail and Masner's and anyone who's out there's suggestion on where to go. My thoughts are, and I'll go back to let me share my screen. My thoughts are that it would go at the beginning and or at the end. But again, I'm not presenting it as if I'm some guru or know the actual answers. But if we go here and near the end of the call, at the beginning, optimally near the end when you get that pre-commitment, because at the beginning, I can see it working both ways. I would love to, as you all think about this, I want to give some language and let's try this out here. So you're like here, Ashley, wanted to give you a heads up that most of our business comes from reviews, and we pride. Oh well, spell check. We pride ourselves in providing people-centered services based on integrity. Regardless if we do business together, we'd love to earn a great review from you based on your experience after working with us. Is that okay? So, Masner, when you're doing mostly follow-ups, I think this is a space where you can, when you're talking to them, you're setting up and you're setting the stage. I think I want you to play around with putting it at the beginning and play around with putting it at the end, okay?
All right. I was gonna say, yeah, you're absolutely correct. That can go both ways. Just from like a perspective point of view, I think that I would add it like once I get that commitment, like not even when the money is in, the account or like when you sign in at the end. Like I just feel like once me and the seller both know what's up already, like we both know like we're going with this deal, we're going to close. That's when I would kind of like throw that in there. Yeah. Just so it can be like,
I'm so glad you brought it up because actually, no, Matthew, not at all. No. This isn't when we like, we working together. This is, I'm talking about every seller and buyer we speak to. I don't want to, or maybe, especially the maybes, or maybe, well, I'll talk to you. What's your offer? I'll talk to you. All right, great, sir. We love putting together offer. The way our process works, we ask questions. We, based off the condition, all this stuff. But also want to let you know that our business we base a lot of our business off reviews. So regardless if we do business together, we'd love for you to think about how the experience was, be able to give us feedback at the end. That would be so awesome. Can we count on you for that? Awesome. So I'm talking about putting it at the beginning of the follow-up calls sequence where you have somebody who says yes, maybe. And I'm also thinking about giving it to Weena for the sales. Weena is our cold caller, so she has unqualified calls, and she puts them through our qualification process, which is straight from Britt Daniels and all those folks: CPR time, condition, price, reason for selling, and timeline for selling. But then once she does that, she sets it up, and then Gail and Rachel score it and puts it in front of Masner and me to take it down. So so Masner, does that make sense? I think anybody that is willing to talk to us about a deal, which would be on your plate, I think you should present this to them. What do you think, man?
That makes a lot of sense. I see where you're asking now. It makes a lot of sense because you can leverage that in many ways.
So what do you
leverage? I was gonna say leverage that in many ways as if like you just said, the referral part. Like even if you and the seller don't end up not working out, him leaving that review and we'll put in his mind like maybe I could refer him to that person, that friend that I know that wants to sell.
Right. And what I'll need to do is be able to we'll set up a system so that you can send the Google review link, or we can text it to them so they can review, and we'll get tons of feedback. What else do y'all think happen? What do you think occurs when we actually put this in during the follow-ups? I'm curious what you all think, and it naturally, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh wow, this would be awesome, but I didn't process why I think it would be awesome. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll share mine as well.
When people go on your site, they can see the reviews, see if they want to work with you or not.
Wow, I didn't think about that. So it leads them to the other reviews. Heck yeah. So it's like, yeah, because these reviews, they technically will answer our seller objections. Oh, can I close fast, or they might be able to see themselves in this. Oh, great point, Masner. What else are you thinking? Dang, I'm blowing up over here, John Brown. Yeah. What do you think, Gail? Do you have any idea what happens when you ask for reviews as opposed? And there's not a right or wrong answer. I'm literally just on an intellectual exercise with you all.
Also, they can tell you what they didn't like so that you can critique it and fix it for your next calling.
Right. Yeah, feedback is important for that.
Reviews also drive traffic. So more reviews, more chances of being visible with being visible on the internet. Not only because people visit your site, but also it is being it's being reconnected or distributed in the other SEO that could lead into more people to view it. Well,
Shout
not
out
even
to
find it or just really view it.
Yeah, shout out to Carrot and Trevor Mock and the SEO work. And shout out to Gail for all the work she does putting these videos together. That's part of the reason we put this information out there, is to give and to attract, hopefully Google and all the algorithms we're satisfying them because we do the training to know what they're asking for and put stuff in front of them that they're asking for to get in front of more people. Another thing, I think that because for some reason, I think it relieves the pressure too. Now this person knows that, it relieves the pressure of like going after the sale, because they know, this person is really concerned about like how they treat me, how they treat me. And for some reason, I feel like that shifts the tone of the conversation. And I want to find out if it does. So I love to get your feedback next week, Masner. I'd love to get your feedback. Please start incorporating this into every call. I mean, every initial call, you know what I'm saying? And you can do reminders as well. We'll keep reminding ourselves. I'll update the script. I do actually want to show you all what it may sound like. So let's see if this actually works. Here's a call earlier today, and I mumbled, stumbled, and bumbled through it, but I decided to give it a try. And actually, maybe it's not fair. This is actually a deal that we have locked up under contract. And it's pretty cool because, as you all know, and as Nazar knows, congratulations to Nazar. Like last week, he got his first deal across the plate, all across the board. That title process, the deal is not over once you got a buyer. You got to get that thing all the way to close, and you can't hold your breath either sometimes. And so obviously I want to treat the sellers and the buyers well. But I just want to let you know that we already have this deal under contract. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit so that you all can hear. It's only 2 minutes long, but you all be able to hear it. You hear my mumbling, bumbling, and stumbling too. Let's see.
Huh.
Hey, how's it going, Ashley? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah. Just giving you a call, give you a little update. Just want to stay over communicate and under.
Okay.
So essentially, I'm just waiting for my end, the insurance quote to come back so I can make sure I have that set up and all. And I'm also following the lead of Master's Title, because a lot of the information that I need, they'll be able to get their need. That's what I'm paying them for. So I don't want like that double duty or double dip. So that's why I haven't sat down and with you in the bank yet. They should send over that authorization form, and y'all sent one over as well. But and also, is it possible to get in there tomorrow to take at 10 o'clock to stop by? I want to take some measurements with one of my partners.
It should be. I can let you know within like the next half an hour if that will be okay.
No problem. And if that time doesn't work, then earlier will work, or like any other time. If other times work, you can just shoot it to me. It's just that's all. And I guess also the other things, I think that's it for me. Are there like any questions or anything you have when you're in?
No, I'm just, going through the process with y'all.
Awesome. And, another question, can you this is not homework, but just really be like aware of like how we're dealing with you and dealing with the process, because I would love at the end, one of the ways we get business is through like referrals and through recommendations and stuff like that. So I would love like at the end if you had like critiques or some feedback of things that went well or whatever. If you say some bad stuff, I ain't gonna show it. But if you did good, I would love to hear like a referral or something like that, or like something that you can share. So if you find us catching us doing something good or even doing something bad, please let me know so I can fix it. But definitely, so we can spread the word and all that stuff.
Okay.
All right. Well, cool. All right. Well, happy Thursday, and hope you and the baby and everybody doing well.
Thank you.
All right. You take care.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. So you hear I mumble, stumble, wasn't as clear, didn't have the Google review link set up, but I think I like the, what you think? What you think, Gail Masner? And what's up, Rowena and Shanita and Rachel? Come on in. But we'll update you in just a second. I'd love to get Masner's feedback real quick and Gail's feedback.
No, I think it was cool, and I see what you're talking about with the like mumbling and stumbling, because I'll be doing that sometimes too. But I think it was cool, and I like how you incorporated it in the conversation. That's definitely a good view of seeing how to implement it after you got the contract and stuff like that. So like I would love to see a good view or a good point before the whole locking it up on the contract. But yeah, that was definitely cool. And that was definitely a great rapport at the end. And I'm gonna definitely start using that. So I think that was cool.
All right. And Gail, before I get your feedback, maybe I should update folks today. Shanita, Weena, and Rachel, good afternoon. Hello there. I think am my Slack delayed? Because I think some people are getting delayed messages at times. But how are you guys doing? That's the most important thing. How are you doing?
Hey, you guys.
All right. So today I'm going to give you all a brief recap and then get Gail's and you all's just feedback. And what I would like you to do, since this is being recorded, Gail's going to package it for us like she does and send it out to us. But I would love for the review, and I have a couple of questions for particularly Weena and Rachel to respond to, so that we can know that the training is useful. So I'm not gonna go over everything again, folks, but if you are listening to this on YouTube, you get a recap. Or if you came in at the end watching over someone's shoulder, you get a recap. So we're talking about going after the review and not the contract. And it speaks directly to that phrase Weena likes to use, or likes when I use sometimes. When you chase the dog generally runs. If you don't chase the dog, it doesn't run. So when we're talking to our sellers and buyers, we need to make sure that we're friendly, engaged, and competent, and know that we have value that we're bringing, as opposed to like, oh yes, please give me your deal because I need every deal and all. But one thing that we can do is seek a review. And we were having a conversation earlier about where to place this. And Weena, I think that we're going to take this and put it in the setting the stage phase of your call, or perhaps the pre-commitment stage. You got to make a decision though. Either at the beginning when you set the stage of what this conversation is going to be about, or at the end. And I'm leaning towards the end for you because we don't want it to sound salesman-y. It can come off salesman-y, but the essential idea is that when you're talking to your seller, and let's say it's a cold call, you've already asked them, they said yes or maybe. Cool, you're getting information, you set the stage. You need to let them know at the end, hey, by the way, John, just want to give you a heads up that most of our business comes from referrals and from reviews. We really pride ourselves in being people-centered, have people-centered services. And regardless if we do business together, we would love to earn a great review from you after your experience working with us. Is that okay? Right? All right, cool. And then, of course, we would give you the link and all that stuff later on. And this is for anybody. I'm talking about anybody who says yes and maybe. Not folks we have contracts under. Now, when it gets over because you pushed it along and Gail and Rachel were able to score it and put it in front of, maybe Rachel put it in front of herself or Masner or me or someone else, we still need to put this in our conversation with every seller and buyer that we're following up on. Not every conversation, but just let them know, hey, remind, just let you know, we base our offers off reviews and we're really trying to earn a good review. And would love to count on you for that. Is that okay? Regardless if we do business together. And so I did show them call, that's what you heard. And we're actually talking about what some of the stuff it does. And if I recap, Masner was saying it actually leads people to our other reviews so they can actually see, hopefully, that credibility, that social credibility that's so needed now in the 21st century. And so many reasons that people actually buy is because, oh, that person seems credible versus all the other Joe Schmoes there. But also those reviews can answer some seller objectives. When they read the reviews and say, oh, they can close fast. Oh, a tenant can stay in the property. Oh, whatever the objection, hopefully our reviews will answer their questions. And then Gail was like, hey, it's also about SEO. The more traffic we get in, the more organic leads we get, and the more we get to help people out and make a lot of money for ourselves and impact our lives and our family lives. Whew! That was a lot right there. So would that recap make sense, folks, especially folks who are on the sales team, talking to sellers and buyers really?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, just to confirm, you're saying do that earlier in the process, not once they're under contract?
Yes, so everyone. This comes from Todd Toback. He's like, hey, every seller, everybody we speak to, every seller you speak to that's a yes or maybe, go ahead and incorporate that, hey, we like a review. Now, of course, once we get the review, we'll be able to vet it. Hopefully, it'll be all good stuff. But it's going to give us engender goodwill, but also the stuff that Masner and Gail were pointing out is also what Todd pointed out. But yeah. Yep, that's awesome. And what's the other question? Oh, I want us to try this out. So we have 4 minutes left. I need a volunteer or someone to be voluntold to try this out. All I want you to do is literally say that. It's going to sound awkward just starting right here, but I'll be the buyer. I mean, I'll be the seller. And I want to hear someone just say, hey, you know what? We're at the pre-commitment stage. We're at the commitment stage where we're getting off the phone. Here's the next thing you're committed to. And then you can say that and move on. All right, I'm gonna give you a second to try, think about it. I'm going to somebody who, huh?
I'll volunteer.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go. All ready? And
Who's the what?
you're the seller. It's not ring. You're the seller. It just let's say it's near the end of the conversation. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thanks, Rachel.
You said thanks?
Wait a second. Are you? Wait.
No.
You're the buyer.
I'm the buyer. You said seller at some point.
I apologize. I'm sure I did. I know I did because that makes complete sense the way my brain works. But you're the buyer. I want you to try. I want to hear you all say it. I've been saying it all.
All right. Ring, ring.
But we're going to be at the end of the conversation, so that okay.
All right.
Is that hard to start in the middle of a conversation for you?
Very hard, but
Just try with me. Just try with me. Okay. All right.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Let's try. Let's see. All right.
all right, Masner, go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have a leeway to you. All right, Masner. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right, Masner.
All right, Courtney, nice talking to you. But real quick before we get off the phone, just want to give you a quick heads up, like how our business operates. So, like usually with most of our customers, we just try to see how can we offer the best service to you. So at the end of this process, I was hoping to get a review from you. Sorry, I keep stuttering. A review from you, just to see what we did good, what we did bad, so how we can make some adjustments. I won't be mad if you leave any bad comments. That actually helped me out. So if you can do that, that'll be very appreciated.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. All right. Okay, man.
All right. Perfect. So I'm gonna just send you that link. I'm gonna just send you a link. You can fill it out whenever you like, after closing, before closing, whenever you're free, and hope to get that review from you.
Awesome. All right. Let's stop right there. That's great. Because folks who've watched this on YouTube, Instagram, you're seeing the insides of us because literally we're teasing this out now. I think we'll have to tighten up the process of how to get it to them because we want to make sure they get it in their hands. And I'm not sure if I'm thinking out loud. I'm not sure, and I would love your feedback. And anybody else, please comment. If remind them right there is there, and then maybe it's another conversation with, hey, okay, folks, where you feel like it's near the end. Okay, thanks. Thanks. When you feel like it's come to near the end, can I send this review over to you? And maybe that is after we've got the contract, or maybe that's when you realize, okay, this person is a cold lead. I'm going to have to follow up a year from now, but let me go ahead and say, hey, I know we didn't work out now, but I would love to get any feedback. Can I shoot this to you? I'm sending it to you text right now, and I'd love to get it back from you. So that'll be something to tighten on, and so fun creating these processes and all. But also it's cool not having to reinvent the wheel. So I'm gonna tap the shoulder some mentors and see what they're doing, and Shanita and I'll get together, and all of y'all, if y'all have any ideas, we love incorporating them. So I know it's a little truncated version, the last 5 minutes, Rowena and Shanita and Rachel, but I definitely want to honor everybody's time. And I actually got to walk this silly dog right here. Any thoughts or questions about today's sales training?
None for me, Courtney. My throat hurts because I have a cough.
Oh, our caller, this the money maker. No. And Weena, I was actually about to send the land deal that we have so that you can call cash buyers. But let's get on I'll text you, see how you're feeling and all. But
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, amazing folks. You all have a great day.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye, you guys.